There is an implosion happening on Twitter right now between Mudahar and XQC. For people who don't know about these people, Mudahar is, I would say, a general advocate of internet trends, pop culture in that vein, talks about a lot of commentary. You might have seen him whenever he made the video on Ethan Klein back in the day, and he also runs a podcast with Oompaville, one of my good friends. And of course, you probably know XQC. I think he's the biggest streamer on Twitch or Kick or wherever the fuck he's at. He's the biggest streamer to ever live, pretty much. And there's been a big battle about reaction content. You probably see it all over YouTube. Streamers uploading their streams to YouTube, reacting to other people's content, whether it's Osmongold watching every literal second of the Johnny Depp trial, Hassan with the meme of his empty chair, or XQC putting himself in the corner of a video and uploading the entire thing. And it's caused a huge debate. And I felt, honestly, personally involved in this subject, and I thought it was all very fascinating. And I just wanted to give my 2 cents on this matter, because as a person who makes cartoons online, my shit gets uploaded, reacted to, people upload it without crediting. It's just everywhere. So I thought to myself, you know what? I think I'm going to weigh in on this and look at this little conversation. And also, it's just kind of an amusing conversation between two internet pals. So let's take a look at it. This all started with a tweet from Moodleheart that said, "Just a shame garbage like this fills the recommended tab." And it's a classic XQC soy face with the Kennedy assassination. XQC reacts to Lemmino. Hopefully I said that right.
Just let me know.
Which is an hour and 53-minute long video, which I'm almost positive is the actual runtime of the video that the person made, which is pretty crazy to upload the entire thing. Which, let me just go on record and say this. Initially, just before we get into all this, I think that people that react to things in a corner and upload the entire video to their site for their audience and make money off of it, regardless if they need it or not, that's like fucking really scummy. I think that you should do anything to transform content. Even if you do react to something or you use a large part of the video, are you editing it? Are you making a smaller piece of a puzzle to a larger image that you're presenting? I think is very, very key. And like I said, I don't give a fuck how rich you are or if something isn't for money or not. It's money that you're taking away from somebody else, and it's also exposure and organic growth that you're taking away from somebody who worked incredibly hard on a piece of content. That's how I feel about it. Do I think all reaction channels are bad? Absolutely not. There's a lot of people who transform content and make something new out of it that's even better, and two fan bases get to rejoice, and that's the beauty of it. But whenever a fan base or a particular content creator takes content or videos or whatever the fuck you want to say, art in general, and just uses it for their own gain in that way, I think it's just really scummy. But let's go on. How did XQC respond to this? I'm sure he didn't mind. See his cute little thumbnail here. Who doesn't do a soy face? I know I do. I love it, and I'll never stop doing it. XQC followed up in the comments and he said, "I wonder what triggers people like you so much. Revenue share? Audience split? Algorithm? I've heard this complaint a million times, and most public figures tried to attack it from multiple angles, just to fall flat on their face. I'm watching a vid I like to my people." That's it. What's funny to me about this initially is, one, the general, I guess, lack of care. And then also say it's happened a million times. If somebody complained about something a million times, don't you think you'd be like, I feel like maybe there's a bit of an argument to be made here. If there's a million examples, and all these things you're saying, audience split, revenue share, and algorithm, those are all vital things for a content creator. Not everybody is the biggest streamer on the internet. It takes a long time to build an audience, and God forbid, this whole thing, let me tell you something too. Online, if you're ever doing any online work, you will find that every person says the #1 rule is always accept money, do not accept exposure. So this whole argument's just like, well, what the? I'm just watching a video. Okay, who cares? Yeah, but this entire video is put on your channel. It's viewed through your lens, through your audience. It diminishes all the weight of the person watching this, especially when it's just your face in the corner of a video. It's like, just put some edits in there. If money's no issue, hire multiple editors for a 2-hour-long video. Do something to transform it. You sitting there talking barely in a dark room or whatever does not justify this as transformative. It starts a whole conversation of, it just feels parasitic. Mudahar used a lot of the words cannibalistic or cannibalizing, because you are literally eating and devouring all of the growth that this person would have that took all this time to watch something that you enjoyed. This exposure, it isn't always transparent, and the money does go a long way for a lot of people who don't make a lot of fucking money. So fucking L there, in my opinion. One of the comments also said from Ryan, "I'm a fan of React videos, but I feel it's extremely unfair. The original videos provider needs to get a portion of the income from your React videos. A 50-50, more for them. And XQC took very quickly. I wonder if this person is even like a reactor, if they're just like, I'm just a person on the internet who likes content, and then this large content creator is just like, they can claim the whole fucking thing, and they do a lot of times. I swear you guys just make shit up for the hell of it. My stuff gets re-uploaded for the YouTube frogs that miss the stream. Get me contradictory analytics or facts. Anything else is re-uploading for YouTube frogs. Can't you just like, aren't the streams saved? Like, if people miss a stream, can't they just go back on your Twitch and watch the streams? Like, I don't understand that argument. Well, you know, only this part of the stream was really worth watching, so I just wanted to upload it there. Or it's like, that just doesn't make any sense. I like how it's also, you have to have an exact breakdown spreadsheet of every analytical fact. You need to expose how much money you're making in general, how much money you're losing, make that public knowledge, and then that'll be the concrete facts. That makes a lot of fucking sense. Chairman says, who does YouTube pay the ad revenue to in a situation like that? I hope it's not XQC. That's a bit of a shot. You know, we're swinging low and swinging hard. XQC promptly replied and said, imagine being so small-minded you think I care about the revenue and it's computed into anything. Now, with something like that, I think it's really important to say that, like, it's just an extremely selfish way of looking at all of this. Everything that's being said is about him and not about the ad revenue that is going towards the person who has a much larger audience, or a much smaller audience, and a much smaller, probably, scale to profit of anything. And it's somebody that's doing this out of passion, who likes to do it, who justifiably deserves to get paid the ad revenue on YouTube from such a thing that goes viral, gets recommended, or even if such a large influencer feels the need to like watch it and present it to their audience, you would want that kind of exposure and that kind of monetization to go to somebody who deserves it. And a lot of the time, this is a job. It is about fucking money. They put a lot of time into this. People do it a lot for a hobby as well, but to completely exclude that person from any financial gain and just attribute it all to yourself and how much money, I don't care about making money. I don't care. Everyone knows my giant deals that are being made. Who cares? I don't, these are for the YouTube frogs, right? The boys who missed the stream! But I will be actually monetizing it in general, though. I know it's not about money, but boys, we have to, I mean, come on. We gotta be making something off the back end, right? Right? That's what pisses me off too, actually, about it. It's not about the monetization, but I am monetizing it. It's not about the money, but like, I'm gonna, like, it's green, right? You know what I mean? It makes it almost worse. It makes it almost worse when you're like, I mean, like, dude, like, money to me is like, I feel like I spit out my fucking snot on it, dude. It doesn't mean a goddamn thing. Wait, is it gonna pay for my villa? No, but it might pay for the electricity, you know, like, who cares? Fuck, dude. Chairman then responded, he said, I'm saying I hope YouTube pays the original creators of the content on their platform, not the brainlets who watch a face cam over the videos while eating food. I mean, to be fair, at the same time, this is the problem, though, too, with React content, is that if people do consume content like that, and they like consuming the original content on someone else's platform while they do nothing, and they just eat food, or they sit in a room, or they say, oh my god, oh my god. It's like Jax Films had that great video talking about Sniper Wolf, who actually adds nothing to the video besides being cute on camera and saying, oh my god. Someone turns on a light switch. They flip the switch! But even, I mean, at times, that's probably more than what some of these people do on streams when they re-upload it. And it just feels extremely parasitic, I guess is what I'm saying. Mudahars has a longer tweet here that I thought was kind of important, kind of good to say too, which is, I know you're not the, well, it's kind of okay. I know you're not the brightest, but I didn't expect you to be this intellectually dishonest. Nothing inherently is triggering when you view the live content on a different platform. It's when you re-upload the content to the same platform and have it copy the same metadata to further cannibalize. By that, he means you're taking the exact video format, re-uploading it, so the algorithm's just like, I get this one's a bigger chance. I guess I'll just push this one instead. That's what he's saying. It has even less to do with like the revenue at that point. It's just the general algorithm favoring the larger channel or favoring his reaction content more over it. We demonized individuals like Jinx back in 2017. In large, we do as well today. Jinx, if you don't remember, was a guy back in the day who would just do pretty much what a lot of these reaction channels do now, or reaction streamers do now, which is sit, say, oh my god, that's crazy, maybe laugh from time to time, look at the camera awkwardly, and then upload it. That was just, if he didn't know, he's faded into obscurity now, but you know, that was real big back in the day. This type of content is even frowned upon by YouTube in large. Any web pages, repetitive and duplicate content. YouTube will often change its algorithm to fight algorithm abuse content like this, e.g. reply era, initial reactions 2017. Back in the day, people used to just upload tons of content, remember that? Probably a lot of people are too young nowadays, but it used to be RE colon and then that, and it would boost off the algorithm of this initial video, making reply videos really big. But you know, since then, it's gotten a lot less favorable because people just don't want to see the same shit over and over again in their feed. I know you've watched The Dark Knight and animes like Hunter x Hunter, why not re-upload those as well? You also realize claiming content isn't a task any content creator can just do. It requires access to elevated content management systems only larger studios and media groups have. Educate yourself. A problem also with copywriting content is almost always, if a content creator copyright strikes another creator, it's almost always looked at like you're a fucking villain. Like that's like a huge no-no in the creator sphere, is somebody copywriting somebody else's work. I mean, there's been cases of it in the past and there's been a lot of public backlash from it. You just don't do that. But then also at the same time, you have to hope that you have the sway that like the YouTube reps are going to be like, yeah, this is content theft. And a lot of times they're just going to be like, you know, I don't know. I mean, he has a big channel. What am I? Just leave it. We don't want Twitter to be mad at us. That's the kind of vibe I think they get a lot of the time. And then XQC responds with, damn, I knew you liked using big words that people would give your takes more importance, but filling your unfounded criticism full of personal attacks and using anecdotal evidence to prove that the content is cannibalistic by nature. I get it now. I don't know what big words he's referring to. Was it metadata? What was the big, was it triggering? I only complain about big words if someone is able to throw onomatopoeia in a sentence. That's when I'm like, okay, dude, fuck off. You could have found a way around that, but whatever. I get it now. It's all for show. You have no substance. I guess it makes sense that you're upset everyone is reacting to actual good content instead of whatever you post. Dude. That's like the biggest playground insult to other creators. Well, I guess you're just mad because people aren't watching your content because it's not good, right? Got him. Yeah, well, your mom. It's like that, where you're just like, I have, what, am I supposed to respond to that? I mean, Moodleheart has like, what, 4 million subscribers? I don't think anyone's questioning the legitimacy of his content or how good it is. He's built his own fan base. He has no reason to harp on this subject other than he feels genuine about something. It just feels so fucking odd. It feels like you're like back against the wall and everyone's just like, dude, what's your problem? It's like, dude, why are you guys freaking out right now? You're all freaking out on me. It has that kind of vibe. XQC goes on to say, little brother. I like this. I like how intimate it gets. Little brother. Little brother used 2017 example twice and tried to cash in his win early. That's just called, I mean, it's just reference. It's just an example. It's just, that's how you do proof. You want to back up any claims you have with examples or references. That's just what that is. Also, 2017, that's 6 years ago. It's not like it's, I feel like this is extremely applicable to what's happening here. This might get you Twitter drone likes. Yeah. You have the stats to back it up. You didn't use any because you know how it will show the exact opposite of this phenomenon. It's kind of like a Wolf of Wall Street thing to me. I don't know why. I'm just thinking Wolf of Wall Street. Like Wall Street when guys have like tons of like arbitrary papers and like filing cabinets and stuff and they're like throwing papers up and people are just like, where's this at? Show me the proof. Please tell me how much money you make. Please show me exactly how much money someone makes and tell me how much I'm taking from them. Put that all over the internet so people know. Please and thank you. Also, I talk to most of the YouTubers I take big content pieces from to react to. Maybe send @DD, whatever, a call and compare numbers on the uploads / reacts. I'm on the defense, so I'll let you pull some stats up. After all, I'm the dumb one, right? So I guess I'm just the stupid one. It's just so much deflection. I don't know. It's just so fucking petty. Also, the whole idea, too, is like, if he does reach out to YouTubers, I think that's good. I think everybody should do that. If you have a large platform and you're like, hey, I do a reaction thing. Here's a perfect example. Corey Kinchin. Corey Kinchin at the beginning of my YouTube career was like one of the first big people to react to my stuff and cross-pollinate fan bases in a great way. He exposed his fans to a lot of my content. I think that's great. He also does a great thing where he doesn't show the whole thing. He kind of like edits it in a great way. And also, he emailed me here 3 years ago. And he asked very politely, I said, yes, just please share the credit. And he's like, will do. Perfect transaction. Wow, that's difficult. Does that happen here? I don't know. I have no idea how many emails were sent. I don't know. Until then, keep molding, little brother. I hate the little brother thing. The little brother thing's so fucking cringe. Keep molding, little brother. Little brother really brought up a 2017 reference. We both know why you posted the tweet in the first place. Insecurity is a fucking bitch, isn't it? Bites when you least expect it and makes you look weak. Don't make a money argument type. I'm probably the one person, whatever, doesn't care. Yeah, he's so rich. Now write another essay to farm some impressions, blah, blah, blah. The biggest problem with this is that it's deflection, and it feels like somebody who knows like, I guess it is kind of shitty what I'm doing. But you have so many like maybe drones of people being like, yeah, but when you react, it's so funny. I love watching you sit down. It's awesome. I love it. Also, I thought it was funny. Moodleheart he did reply to his tweet saying, reacting to good content instead of whatever you post. That's a picture of XQC reacting to Mudahars content. And then they had a cute little exchange about, you know, how they both like each other's content, blah, blah, blah. Don't want to get the Twitter mob mad. Listen, the thing is that I'm not even saying that XQC is a bad streamer. I'm not saying any of that. The biggest thing is saying that people that do reaction content need to transform it in some kind of way. I feel very passionately about this because you know how many times I've worked on, me and my team have busted our asses making a cartoon cartoon, and then a ton of people will take it and re-upload it, and I love seeing other communities react to it. But how many times I've sat down and watched somebody just be like, that's crazy. That's crazy. And even if they don't get as many views as mine, they're still making money off that content that I poured my fucking heart into. It's fucking disheartening. Especially somebody to upload a 2-hour-long video that probably took God knows how many hours of editing, hours of researching, only for somebody else to upload it and just be like, well, I mean, I like the video, so I upload. It's no big deal. It just feels really parasitic and fucking gross to me. It has nothing to do with him as like a fucking streamer. I mean, he's the biggest streamer for a reason. He's obviously entertaining. At the end of the day, it's just something where it's just like, transform the content. If you're uploading it to a different platform and you make that much money, or you do have that kind of revenue stream, pay an editor to transform it. Maybe try a bit more whenever you're reacting to something to actually give some kind of commentary over it. Do something to change it and make it your own is the biggest thing. I saw this exchange and I just think it's important because so many people, I get a ton of DMs of people asking me to react to stuff. And I look at their pages sometimes and it's them doing nothing besides pressing record, pressing play. They say, we're watching this video. They watch the video. At the end, they're like, thanks for watching. Be sure to hit the bell. And you're like, dude, go fuck yourself. That's fucked up. So just want to give a shout out to Lemmino and his video that was uploaded. Go check it out. It's gonna be sweet. And once again, this is not at all a dig at reaction YouTubers. It's just a dig at people who sit down and add nothing to a video and make tons of money off of it. Even if they don't need the money, it's still money that should be going in somebody else's pockets, or it's money that you do not deserve in any regards. I don't give a fuck how wealthy you are. Even if it's something where you just shit it out and it's so insignificant to you, to somebody else, it could be a bill they could pay. It could be rent they could pay. It could be food that could be going in their stomach. That's all I'm saying. So just pay a fucking editor. Man, how hard is that? The guy that I'm paying somebody to edit this right now. It's not a big deal. People love work. People love to work. Give people something to edit. They would love to edit the video. It's not a big deal. But no, if you do watch my stuff, thank you so much for exposing your audience. Thank you so much for exposing your audience to mine. A lot of flies out here. Thank you so much. All right, guys, that's all I have today. Just wanted to do a quick little rant. I love you. Bye-bye. I tried to get a big snot rocket, but I couldn't get it. Did anything come out? Damn. I thought you were sniffing. Like, no, I was trying to. I tried getting like a big snot. You're like, oh, I like sneeze on it, whatever. But he doesn't do it.